Z-test. It is parametric test of hypothesis testing. It is used to determine whether the mean are different when the population variance is known and sample size is large. Means this Z-test is also used to compare what? It is also used to compare mean. But here the criteria is that sample size is large, but in t-test what happens, sample size is small, that is less than 30. In z-test it is large, that is greater than 30. In t-test population variance, population standard deviation is not known, but in z-test population variance is known. So this is the difference between z-test and t-test. Now we talks about that z-test is also of two type, that is one sample t-test, sorry, one sample z-test and two sample z-test, and it is same like t-test, one sample one sample z-test, and next is two sample z-test. Understood? Two sample z-test. Now we talks about that z-test is of two type. Okay, one sample z-test and two sample. So what is the formula of one sample z-test and what is the formula of two sample z-test? So the formula of one sample is totally like t-test only. Like what is the formula? Like z-test is equal to what? Z-test is equal to x bar minus mu, okay, divided by standard deviation, okay, under root n. So here difference is that here we use the standard deviation of population. Okay, here we use the standard deviation of what? Here we use the standard deviation of population, but in t-test here we use the standard deviation of sample. So this is the difference between one sample t-test and one sample z-test. In one sample t-test we use standard deviation of sample, but in one sample z-test we use what? We use standard deviation of what? Population. Okay, and here two sample z-test formula is also similar to that of two sample t-test, but only difference is what? Only difference is that here also that standard deviation is used, that is for population, but in t-test that standard deviation is used, that is for what? Sample. Understood? So these are the difference between t-test and z-test.